Episode 10.
Don't y'all think anything of me, y'all.
This is episode 10, ladies and gentlemen of the cool ass nerdy dudes.
Featuring CeeLo Green.
Hey man,
People think that when they see it, that dude look like CeeLo.
episode 10, man. We are the cool ass nerdy dudes, and today we are talking about what?
They gonna say we wearing the same stuff on episode.
It don't.
as we did
Hey
on
man, it's because
episode 9.
it's the same day, man.
That's how they do the
That's
Apollo.
okay. It's the same. It's the same day.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was the same day.
So that's so.
I left,
took a
went
break.
home.
No,
Yeah,
just in
okay.
case we just letting folks know in case they so in case somebody thought we,
Got the same shit on.
hey man, it's the same day. We just shoot the different episodes, man. You know, we ain't have no wardrobe
Take a
change.
shower.
We low budget.
Oh man. Well, the things
Yeah.
I can say about that happen, but hey, it's all good. That's not what we're here to talk about.
Hey man, cause I'm a pimp named Slickback.
Boy,
That's a nice
you
hat,
are
man.
wearing it well.
That's a nice hat. But that velvet,
Is that very
crushed velvet.
That is. Well, I mean,
Hey,
this
man.
is it. Since we couldn't do the gala, what's it called?
Hey man, this is
The
my
Met Gala.
this is
Met
my
Gala.
tribute to the Met Gala.
There
man.
we go.
There you go.
I can't wear a piano on my back.
That's all right. As long as you have some accessory on, you good.
And the
You good.
things that are going on in the studio and for the future, we may be doing that here.
Shit, me.
I guess I thought you said we're gonna kind of make some modern changes and do some things that hadn't been done in the studio
Man.
before. But I guess that's not it. We're not doing the Met Gala.
Careful.
Okay, it's all good.
Be careful what we ask for, man.
Bruh.
You ever see what happened at that Met Gala, man?
Nah, I just see the crazy ass outfits,
That's all you need to see.
and I can only imagine.
The red carpet is enough.
Hey man, so you wanted to talk about this stuff, man. So what's your thoughts on this?
On the Met Gala?
Yeah, or just in general,
I
just in
wanted to talk about image in general.
image in general, man.
And how we worship
Celebrity worship,
images. And that's what it is. And that's what most celebrities are images. Politicians, ministers, and then the image of
right? I'm sorry, I can't keep this.
the
On.
image. I guess it kind of came to me. It's been coming to me for years because we're seeing so many of our celebrities, especially black men, being brought down. Bill Cosby, Puffy, R. Kelly, Diddy. My bad. I need to come up today. And it made me think like, damn, how many
take that.
black men? Right? No, I don't want to take that. I never took it and don't plan on it. Look at how many black men who we have looked up to in the entertainment industry have gotten away with not necessarily a squeaky clean image, but you look at them and you're like, damn, they get to go to the grave and say, hey, everything's good. Like, and I only say it's two.
Sidney Poitier.
I was just going to say Sydney and Denzel. Not that I want anything to happen to them by no means, but I mean, you look at a lot of guys like that have gone to their grave. Like
There's a few of them.
Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is gonna get to go to his grave like damn near squeaky clean.
So hopefully Samuel.
Huh?
Yeah, the more seasoned guys.
Hopefully Samuel. You know,
These new age.
Samuel.
these
What's in
new
your
dudes.
wallet? That's the worst.
I got you. But I look at our aisles. It seems like, and there will be somebody that makes a film, a James Brown film, film about Bob Marley. Seems like our image is always when we have these great entertainers that have done such great things for us. We look up to them. They have been the soundtrack of our lives. When they go out, it's always something horrible, and it makes me wonder: is it set up to be this way? Look at Rick James. Rick James, I think, and people think I'm crazy. I think had it not been for the drugs, we'd be talking about Rick James just like we talk about Prince. He was just as talented, in my opinion. Now, maybe not as talented, but he was a super talented producer, talented singer,
Rick
talented
James.
instrumentalist. But, if they do his life story, what are they going to talk about? The holding that girl hostage and his drugs. James Brown, arguably the greatest entertainer ever. What do they talk about? They don't talk about the fact that he has changed music. Got us on the one. Is it the one or the two?
On the one, man.
On the one. but they're not going to talk about that. He changed music.
There would be no Michael Jackson. There would be no Prince. There would be no Rick James if it wasn't for
James Brown.
the original James Brown.
And what do we hear?
There would be no Parliament and Funkadelic if it wasn't for
Right.
James Brown.
And we think about what? The drugs and the wife beating, the women beating. Michael Jackson, arguably one of the greatest entertainers ever. What do you think about him? The Kid. Almost even Prince. They started talking about at the end the drugs because Larry Graham helped him transition to become a Jehovah's Witness, and they don't take drugs or something. They don't do operations. They don't do blood transfusions, and so people were talking about him heavily being on drugs due to the pain that he endured because of his hip. But I'm just it makes me wonder our image there. There's a few things I want to talk about with the image. That's one side of the image. The other is our image in the media. Seems like when they don't show us in the media. When they show black men, they show two things. You're either gay or you're a thug.
Or you're getting shot.
Well, let's not say the thug side of it.
Even if you're thug or not. If you're a black man, you shot, they gonna put it all over the world.
Yeah, but they don't show
Or you're a gay thug.
black
Or you're a
man
gay
being
thug. Yeah.
in shape, handling his family, and just they don't show that. They show us either gay. Look at the commercials. We're either gay. That on the commercials we're gay. And I'm not that there's in the famous Seinfeld. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just what is wrong with showing black men as heterosexuals? What's wrong with showing us? And the fact that
because that's threatening.
Exactly.
it's like Tracy Ellis Ross lately. She said that she doesn't date men her age because of the toxic masculinity. So that's what we're being labeled as now. It's because we're heterosexual men, we are toxic, and our toxicity is masculine. It's over masculine. So I guess we need to all be out here and be again. What's a thug?
What is toxic masculinity?
A man who promotes manhood, simply put. It has nothing to do with, in the truest sense, it's just a man who says, I'm a man, period. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go along with that. I don't care where everybody else is going. I'm going to stand on this. That's a toxic man.
We used
Is
to call
it a heterosexual man?
Yes.
we used to call
heterosexual.
we used to
straight
call
man.
that back in the day
What?
a man's man.
A man's man. That's exactly what the threat is. A man's man. A man's man is the thing that stands between the softening of America and what keeps America strong.
How about that?
Right? A strong family, a strong man. And when America wants to go a certain way, that's a threat to America. So America doesn't want strong men. They want passive men who will come along. And they want men who will get in line. Right? All of this, in my opinion, is politically motivated.
And it's an agenda. Yes,
It's a politically
who did she do the
motivated
interview with?
and driven.
Who
Who's
did she
that?
do the interview with?
Who's that?
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Oh,
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
So when you say politically
Yeah,
motivated,
yeah.
she did it with Michelle Obama, and she also brought up when she was speaking of toxic masculinity, she spoke of with a man like that, I can't even talk about homosexuality. We all know that that's part of an agenda.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that appears. Again, we talk about the two things that the left talk about the most is letting criminals off and LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Everybody's quiet. Look at me like
No.
I'm just saying.
No,
but that
you're
to
right.
me, you go and talk
Listen.
to the three. I won't say the three black women that you will talk about now. The two black women that if you want black women, the 92% I say to follow, you're going to either bring up Oprah or you're going to bring up Michelle Obama. And if they say it, it's law.
It's law. And if the men don't get in line, what do? They come at you. They come
look
at you.
Barack
If
came
men don't
at us.
get in
Didn't
line,
Barack come at us
they come at you
about not
Right.
voting for Kamala?
Exactly. If they
have
don't
a
get you
problem
with
with that.
if they don't get you with the low level people, they bring out the big dog.
Yep.
And they descend down upon you. And Roland Martin had his shirt on, "Vote like a black woman," throughout the whole campaign. Men are supposed to get in line. You're not supposed to have a think on your own.
Right.
You're supposed to just
Be a
get in
free
line.
thinker.
You're supposed to, and if you don't get in line, they come at you. Don't you know your mama was black? Don't you know your
Right.
grandmama black? Don't you know black women raised you? Get in line. You're not supposed to think. You're supposed to follow.
Right.
Men are supposed to be followers. We're not supposed to follow. That's not our nature to just follow just because somebody tells us to follow. That's toxic masculinity. We're not getting in line. We're thinking. And we're actually thinking about in a different direction too.
Right.
Oh, y'all got to learn to
Finally.
think about a different direction.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. There was no votes cast at all. But there was a word out there that black men were leaning a little bit too much
Right.
to the right. Y'all can't do that. You're not allowed to think you just get in line.
Right.
Vote like a black woman. Vote like
And
a
we don't care why.
You know,
We don't care why
just
you're
get in
thinking
line.
differently.
Just get in line.
So they said 80% of 80% of black men that voted for Kamala.
yeah. Yeah.
But what they don't talk about is the number of black men that just didn't vote.
Yeah.
That's the number.
That's the-
the number that they didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of black men that couldn't bring themselves to vote for Trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
that could not bring themselves to vote for Trump,
I didn't vote for either.
but would not vote for Kamala.
Kamala, yeah.
For whatever reason.
Right.
They just didn't like her.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't like her.
So like Kev said, what do? They go get Obama.
They go get there.
And he comes out and tells you he has a problem with that.
Got a problem
and
with
you
you.
don't respect black women.
And
That's
I don't
the
think
craziest thing in the world.
and I don't think that has anything to do with black women. They just didn't like Kamala.
All right, no,
Right,
we
right,
agree.
right.
That's
we
our
agree with
point.
that. Yeah, we agree, but that's not what we were told. We were told as black men, you just don't want to vote for a black woman. You're misogynistic. You're sexist. You don't want to see a woman in charge. Yet nobody even
Yeah.
expressed nearly anything to that effect.
Right.
It was just, hey, I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just
Exactly.
thinking as a man.
Right.
I'm thinking.
Or
no,
thinking
you
for
don't
myself.
think. Right. You don't think.
We're
Get in
not
line.
supposed to question anything now, especially as black people, amongst black people, and that is
I
religion.
mean,
you
I
don't
voted,
question politics.
I voted for Kamala just
That's
because
fine.
I thought that she'd be better for the economy. Then
That's fine.
But-
as long as you didn't vote for her because of Ricky Smiley's reason, because he's a black woman voted in on a black man's day
Ricky
by
who?
another
So he-
black woman.
so he can see a Delta swear in, AKA.
Long as
That's
you didn't
more
vote for
important.
that
Ricky
reason.
Ricky who?
Smiley.
Ricky Smiley.
Who's that?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. He got a lot of followers. But the
I
point.
really
The point
don't,
is.
I don't even know who he is.
And
Yeah,
that
but
bothered-
you do know Ricky Smiley, don't you?
No.
You don't know who Ricky Smiley is?
No.
The
He's
comedian
a comedian who's now on he has a radio show in the mornings. I think it's 102.9.
used to do prank phone. Had a prank. His big thing was prank
Lil
phone
Darryl.
calls.
My name Lil Darryl. You remember Lil Darryl?
Really? Wow.
He played a special needs child.
No.
But
Okay, but
yeah.
cool. But he, like Kev said, has a lot of followers. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
he was given an assessment one
Okay.
because he was pushing Kamala, and his analysis of why
I
you
know who
should.
Ricky Smiley
I'm
is.
about to say. Boy. Oh, man, I'm about to say. You got a good poker face, boy. You got a good poker face. He got a good poker face. He got me. He got me. He got me. He got me. He got me.
Got to know.
He got me, man. I was like,
Man, we sitting here breaking down stuff. Okay, remember 1982? This. See the precedent you
yeah,
set?
yeah, good poker face, brother. Good poker face. Should have known. I should have known. Should have known.
Hey, he went to Ricky something. He was a Q.
I'm sorry.
This one had me like,
Yeah, he got it, man. You
I
got it.
thought he was in entertainment.
That was a nice little breakup. That was a nice little breakup right there.
I'm sorry, man. That was-
It's all good, man. But yeah,
So
that's toxic
anyway.
masculinity.
Yes.
Yes.
And for him to say that shows our priorities as well. Identity politics is horrible.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna say something like, you know how good it's gonna be for her as an AKA to swear in a Supreme Court justice who's a Delta? That's our priorities. That's important.
yeah, whatever.
That's
that's
about
just-
as bad as identity politics, or does it fall under identity politics?
It's just feelings
just-
and emotion and
That's,
symbolism.
yeah, that's
But that's what they do. The image, like I said, and that goes back to what I said about image. They know we worship these people, not us, but they know that celebrities are worshipped. So what do? Especially for black folks, they send out the alleged heavy hitters. Michelle Obama has a podcast now. And my thing is that doesn't make me say, okay, okay, good for her. So do
Yeah.
we. So do we.
Yeah.
So my thing is, we're going to sit up here and just because she's Michelle Obama doesn't mean to me that we should look at hers any more than anybody should look at ours because we're going to talk about the same thing.
I like Michelle Obama. She's interesting.
I don't dislike her. It's just like when
She's
people,
very interesting.
It's just like going back to Shadur Sanders.
Yeah.
When I didn't say anything bad about the dude, I don't dislike the dude, but everybody comes
No.
at you because you have so many people that have that following mentality.
What I'm saying Michelle Obama. She's an interesting lady.
But she's being used.
But
to a
she's
certain
no,
extent.
but she shouldn't be worshipped. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
So I'm agreeing with you. But I'm not downplaying her. She's an interesting lady.
I'm not downplaying her.
Yeah, she's an
She
interesting
was
lady.
a classy. She represented the United States well as the first lady, represented it well, and I was proud of that. I truly was,
Yeah.
as we all should be. But again, now they place people in places too because they know. Okay, we know when we need them, when we want to get them. But as far as voting, and this is kind of on and off the subject, voting as far as Democrats, you don't have to put anybody out there for black folks to vote Democrat. You already got a vote. Why not all of us, but you already got the vote. I don't even know why they fight for the vote anymore or why they put people out there for that vote because you got it. You don't have to do anything for us to vote. We're not going to go out there and say, well, I have a few people that will sit up here and say, policy, 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 which is the most important thing in politics.
Yep.
Policy. It's in the word. Politics, policy. But you have these idiots, and I call them idiots, who sit up there and do stupid stuff like, oh, it's going to look so good to have this person swearing in this person because of identity politics. It's the stupidest thing in the world to me, and that you wonder why, or where we, our city council, our county commissions, they don't get, I say it often, that we don't vet them. We just look at it as, okay, who is it? Oh, it's John. I know John. I'll vote for John because I know him. John's a cool person. I don't really know what he did as far as politics are concerned. Oh, John's a Q. John's an Alpha. His wife's a AKA, so that's cool. I'll vote for that. Hey, I'm a Q. My wife's a AKA. Let's do it. It's just that's kind of on and off with image, but I hate that that's how we are when it comes to anything. Our worship of image, when it comes to voting, when it comes to how we're being viewed, we don't do anything about it. It's just like we're cool with our image being that nobody stops and says, you know what, let's make a movie about James Brown and show his contribution to music and how important he was to music. When you show our image, when we do our
did you see
biography.
Did you see his biopic with Chadwick Boseman?
I did not see it.
So it was good. It was good.
And you know why I didn't watch it? Because I said, you know what? I was so turned off that that's how they do it. So I said, that's probably what they're going to do, and I don't even want to see it.
No,
and I guess I was kind of mad, too, because I feel like my thing is one of my favorite actors is Wayne Brady. I damn near think Wayne Brady can play anybody. I think he's super talented. I don't like the fact that he has become one of the pronouns now, but, anyway.
Do you know who Wayne Brady is? Oh, you know Wayne Brady. Oh, you know Wayne Brady.
Hey, man.
I think he is one of the most.
Whose line is it anyway?
I mean, Wayne is more
Wayne,
talented. He's when it comes
he's an entertainer.
Huh?
He's an entertainer.
He is great at what he does.
He's one of the variety guys.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
But I'm just tired of that. I'm tired of our image being
they're
that.
great.
I'm tired of our image being that. What?
Wayne Brady?
Yeah.
They're great.
Right now, it's sad. They are. Goodness gracious. That's where we're going to be.
They love Wayne
That's
Brady.
where we're gonna be.
That image they love. They would love that image.
Of course, because he is
that
a
is a
pronoun
Hollywood prototypical image right
That's
there.
all he had to do.
All he got. He's on his way now. He's bringing his career back now.
Yeah.
You want to bring your career back? Change your pronoun.
That's sad.
Yes.
Go brown pronoun.
He's
You go straight to the top. When your career's in the dumps,
Become a they.
there's a surefire way.
Become a they.
Go back up to the top.
Or become a part of a community.
But that's what it is, man. That's what the image is.
But then, like I said, you look at a Tom Hanks, great actor. I love Tom Hanks. Don't get me wrong, I'm just bringing him as an example. When he goes out, he's gonna go out squeaky clean.
Tom
Not
Hanks.
saying he wasn't, but the thing is, again, we could name Robert De Niro. Let's just name all the. actors that are gonna go out squeaky clean, but us. Diddy's on trial. Bill Cosby was on trial. Rick James went out the way there. Richard Pryor, the greatest comedian ever, went out. You know, you're just going to discuss
Hey, man.
the bad about them. You're not going to discuss their contributions.
Diddy got video evidence.
Oh, no. By no means. Now, I'm not saying he's right.
Diddy,
Because by no means, but
there's video of him
R.
dragging
Kelly,
old girl down the
and I'm
hallway.
saying these names that we probably know did things, but the thing is, are we the only ones doing this stuff? Michael
man.
Vick didn't invent dogfighting.
Nah, man.
But who's the face of dogfighting?
Number 7.
Exactly. Who's the face of rape? We probably, and I love Bill Cosby. I mean, like I said, I still
man.
think he's innocent. But
I still
think
think he's innocent. He still says he's innocent.
Yes, he should.
Bill Cosby still says he's innocent, and there's
I don't
still
think he did anything to these women.
and honestly, there's still no evidence that says he's guilty. That's the thing.
right.
There's still no evidence that says Bill Cosby's guilty.
But somebody's going to say, but in some of the transcripts, he did say, but my thing is, to me, that's Hollywood. I think if he said anything, he was coerced into saying it. That's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because we needed, again, you know why I say he was brought down. Everybody, oh, he's going to buy NBC. I personally don't believe that. And I don't know where the evidence of that is, but everybody has their theory. My theory, again, is he was the most powerful black man in entertainment at the time, and he did not. They want us where we are, and that is these dumbass reality shows. I've said it before. Bill Cosby wasn't for that, and we wouldn't be there. Look at BET. BET Awards is coming up again. And I'm like, why are we excited about that?
It's going to be terrible.
It's
going to be terrible.
Ignorant as hell.
It's going to be bad.
Yeah, but that's not what Bill Cosby wanted for us. He wanted something else, and they said, hey, we got to get him out of there because he's influencing too many people to be here, and we need him over here acting ignorant as hell, fighting everywhere they go, cussing, music is horrible, and we're cool with that. And we are cool with that. Kev said it a while back. We normalize it. The music that's being played should not be. Our image is, when you are a rapper, you don't think about Chuck D anymore. You don't think about Talib Kweli. You don't think about KRS-One. You think about Gunna. You think about Young Thug. You think about Yachty. That's who you think about when you think about rappers now. That's the image that we think about now. And if Bill Cosby had anything to say, which he did at one time and had us all wanting to be great in a good way, we wouldn't have that. So they had to get him out of the way. That's my opinion on it. They had to get him out of the way. Everything he touched was gold, and everything he brought us was golden. We wanted to be what Bill Cosby presented.
Hey, man, the Cosby kids.
I wanted to be Theo. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, I was. I mean, I grew up in a good home, damn good home. My parents did what they did. They worked hard, and I was surrounded by that. Just about everybody around us, that was it. Mom and Dad were there.
I wanted a Gordon Gartrell.
Oh, man. Did you, speaking of that, did y'all notice that, what's my man in Boys in the Hood? Boys in the Hood, the one that did I can't take this anymore.
Morris Chestnut?
He was kicking it with Nia Long in the movie. Dude, what's his name?
Morris Chestnut?
No, his friend, his best friend.
Oh, Cuba Gooding Jr.
He had on the Gordon Gartrell. Did you all see that? Did you all realize he had on that in the
In the movie?
Yeah.
That's dope.
I gotta show you. I gotta show y'all because
That's cool.
we didn't realize it.
Speaking of that, speaking of downfall, he's caught up in Diddy's mess too.
Who?
Cuba.
Is he?
Yeah.
Was he Trey? I'm looking it up. I know this is
know,
kind of
Cuba-
on and off.
So Cuba Gooding Jr., man,
Cuba Gooding.
he cried in every movie.
It's an image, man.
Every movie he had to cry in. That was every movie that little tear. He was like
That movie tear.
the movie tear.
Okay, yeah. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize.
Gartrell,
It's Gordon Gartrell. Show it to the camera, man.
See?
It's an original.
Original, huh?
Denise Huxtable. Gordon Gartrell. Denise! I will never forget. That was one of the funniest episodes. But yeah, I mean, what do you all think about just different images? Do you all think that it's fair how we're going out. And again, yes, we know Diddy probably brought a lot of it on himself, R. Kelly, but nobody goes out squeaky clean when it comes to us.
So
None of us are heterosexual, and when they show us our image.
You know, it seemed like it, but we're missing somebody. We're missing somebody.
and
As far as
what?
somebody.
Squeaky
There's some
clean?
names. There's some names. We
That
just
went out
can't.
squeaky clean?
Yeah.
in 2006,
Portier.
in 2006,
Sammy Davis? Look, they talk about his money.
I was on a plane to L.A. I was going to master a record, and I was sitting next to this gentleman who's an actor, and he was on his way to go shoot a film. He was an extra in some I forgot what film he was going to shoot. But he had been called to be a paid extra in some major Hollywood film at the time. And we were just struck up a conversation probably for the last hour and a half before we landed in LA. And we were just talking. And then I don't know how we got on this subject. And he was a black actor. And he said something to me. And this is way back in 2006 he said, "Man," I said, how come you hadn't pursued any larger leading roles or whatever? And he was probably a little bit older. He's probably my age now. And I was, so 2006, I was a much younger man. So he said, I got to be where I am now, and I haven't hit it because I refuse to put on the dress.
That's another thing. Yeah.
And this was in 2006 that he said this to me.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I heard that
Dave
phrase.
Chappelle said it, huh?
This was before Chappelle said it.
Right.
So because Chappelle said it much later.
Yeah.
But in 2006, this dude said, "I refuse to put on the dress." Wow.
Yeah.
And he said, every successful black actor,
Male.
male black actor in Hollywood right now has had to put on the dress.
Did Denzel?
Yes. No, Denzel didn't have to put on the dress,
Did
but
Poirier?
Denzel didn't have to put on the dress, but he had to play a thug.
I got you.
He had
And got the award for that when he should have got it for John Q.
he should have gotten the award for John Q.
Oh my
or he should have, or Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Or pretty
There you
much
go.
anything he
Example
did.
there.
Yeah.
Hurricane.
Yeah.
He should have
Hurricane,
gotten the
that's one of my
award for either
favorites.
Hurricane
Yeah.
or John Q.
But the
But he
image
got-
they showed.
But he got it for
Training Day.
Training Day.
And Halle got it the same year for that role she did
Monster.
Yes.
in Monster.
Monsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which our little girls would look at that and be
Monsters
like,
Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Isn't that,
So-
that's,
Yeah.
see, that's what I'm talking about with
Yeah.
image, man. What is it?
Which is some garbage.
Terrence Howard said the same thing recently. I saw him on an interview. He said the same thing. That
And so-
he said
yeah.
he's not gonna do that.
So Terrence Howard said that he's not going to play Marvin Gaye.
Because he had to kiss a man.
Right.
And I don't blame him.
and he's catching flack for it. They're saying, oh
That's
man,
toxic
that's
masculinity.
toxic, man. And I'm like, man, good for you, dude, for standing on business. That's if that's the line that you draw, you don't want to kiss a man. If that's where you draw the line, draw the line.
Draw the line.
That's
And
gotta
people
stand
are
on
on
something.
him. He's like, I don't know if he said I can't do it, but like me, if I was offered the role, I couldn't do it. I can't kiss a man. That's nasty to me. So it's not even not even thinking of. I don't want my image to be of me kissing a man. I just can't imagine kissing
Yeah.
another man. It's
Yeah.
nasty as hell to me. That's just. I'm not. That's not toxic. That's not being masculine. I'm not trying to prove a point. I can't. That's nasty. I love women, and I'm attracted to women. And even if it is acting, I could not bring myself to it again. Not for just. I don't want anybody to see me not kissing a man. It's nasty as hell.
Right.
That's nasty to me. And if I catch flack for that, fine. That's just a natural feeling. It's no.
And here's the thing.
Damn.
And here's the thing. There are straight actors. There are straight actors that are okay with doing.
That's acting.
There are straight
art.
there are straight actors that are okay with doing that for their craft. And I'm not gonna and that's fine.
Yeah.
But there are straight actors that are not okay with doing that, and you gotta respect
You gotta
that.
respect that. And that's
You
just-
gotta respect it. either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Right.
Because it is the craft. It is their craft. And it's acting, period. So you gotta respect it. And that's the thing, because it's their craft, it's their body, it's how they choose to use it. And you know, it goes so far, man. And don't sit there and man, bump that.
What'd you say last week? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Imagine, even if you're like, okay, it's $10 million, all you gotta do is kiss this man. You gotta put your tongue in another man's mouth. No.
Yeah, you got to stand on something.
You have to.
But you know what though,
There's
Terrence,
nothing
because
wrong.
he's an established actor, he'll be all right.
For
He'll
$10
maybe get
million,
something.
I might think about
but
it though.
if he was an up and comer,
It's
it'd be
over.
kiss of death.
Yeah, for $10 million, I might think about it.
No, they're gonna have to edit that joint.
They have to.
They're gonna show us going like this and
And then-
stop it now.
Yeah, and the
Stop
rest
here
of
and make
it,
that
and the rest of it's gonna be CGI.
Hey,
Y'all gonna have to AI the rest of that thing.
Yeah, we get about
and
this
we're gonna
close.
get this
That's about as
close,
close as I'm
and then the rest of it's gonna be all right. AI.
Yeah, I don't want to smell you. We don't need to be.
Y'all got AI. Y'all can do the rest with AI.
Yeah.
The rest of this thing, man.
You know,
bring it my stunt double.
Right. Yeah.
That's a stunt.
Bro.
But again, it goes back to the image. See, it goes back to the same thing. We're talking about Marvin Gaye. I'd never heard that about Marvin Gaye.
Nobody's heard this about Marvin Gaye,
and
man.
I don't even think it's. I don't want to believe it's true. I don't think it's true. But you know, why are we just not hearing about these things? And they always bring up a name, like they say Quincy Jones told him that he was. I'm like, come on, man.
And Quincy's not around. Quincy, and they're gonna say this when Quincy's after Quincy's dead. So Quincy can't corroborate it.
They said that about. They said Richard Pryor said that about Miles Davis, that he saw him kissing another man after the fact, after they're gone. I hate that, man. But like I said, what it does with us is it places that image in your head, and those of us that can't think for ourselves, that worship everything that a celebrity says, runs with it.
Right.
Runs with it. If that's the case, ain't nobody safe. Ain't no black men safe.
And the thing is, nobody will come to your defense out there because they don't want to mess up their careers. So nobody who's your brother or your sister in that space out there in Hollywood, they're not going to come to your rescue. They're not going to speak up for
Holly
you.
weird.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
they're not going to speak up for you.
Jill Scott and Whoopi came to Bill's defense, but you never heard anything after that. They came right after it was all said and done.
Yeah.
They came.
We'll pay a price.
And that's sad that you can't do
We'll pay
that,
a
man.
price.
It's like, you know, when they want you, when America wants you, or whatever, whoever the powers that
They
be,
want that pound of flesh, man.
when they want you, they have a way to get you, and it's nothing you can do. David versus Goliath.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, it's not, you know, you. That's why I wonder, man, if I was ever in Hollywood, would I have real friends? Because these celebrities can't. As soon as, like when Mike Tyson was going down, nobody was on his side. Nobody was on his side. And my thing is, if I'm your friend and I know, hey man, let's talk about what happened.
Hey,
and he
man.
said, well, that girl came to my room at 3 o'clock in the morning and whatever. But they took it and twisted, not saying that he did or he didn't. But
I like the fact that Mike reinvented himself, though.
I
man.
do too. I love it. I love it. It's just that, again, once they put that image in somebody's head, keeps going back to image. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. A lot of people are like, that's how it is. That's what happened. And then you can't say, well, he didn't do it, because then women are going to come at you. Well, you don't know that she didn't get it. You don't understand because you don't understand. I know there are women that have been out there and been. I know it, and I damn sure hate it. But we don't know who really has, and there's so many people. The Me Too movement has ruined it.
So you know what I hate?
What do you hate?
I hate women that lie.
Of course, I hate anybody that lies.
No, but I hate women that lie about being raped.
Of course.
I'm just gonna call it, and I hate.
Of course.
And I hate the fact that, you know, we're probably gonna get flagged for using that word because they don't like, you know, Meta doesn't like us using that word.
Use grape.
Huh?
Use grape. Grape instead.
But
They will flag it. Yeah.
yeah, they don't like
Yeah.
using that
Yeah,
word.
they will flag it.
But
But they allow so many other things.
but
Because it makes it bad for those that have truly
that's the
gone through,
that's the
who have
problem.
been traumatized.
That's
There have
the
been
problem.
Plenty that have been.
That is the
Plenty.
problem.
We know it has been.
Absolutely, because when somebody actually is,
Nobody
it-
believes them.
that part,
And it does. It puts a black eye on
that part. I had a way back before I was married. So this is way back. And I'll talk about this. This is a relationship that I had way back in college. And she was a victim of sexual assault before we got together. And it was a relationship that was damaged,
Because of her trauma.
because of her trauma.
She didn't seek help.
It was a doomed relationship.
I got you.
The relationship was never gonna succeed. And it was, she liked me. She liked me.
She
I liked
hadn't
her.
gotten over her trauma.
But there was nothing that I was gonna be able to do that was gonna allow her to get over her trauma.
Yeah.
She had to do what needed to happen. And for that reason, I wish that I could find that dude.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to find that.
no doubt. No doubt. I'm with
We're
you
like,
on that.
dude,
I am with you on that.
because you messed up this wonderful. You messed up this wonderful person. This was a wonderful person that you damaged.
I'll say something similar to that. Where I work, when I hear of an address of somebody that has traumatized somebody, don't think we have empathy out there. Don't think that we just wear that uniform and we're just like, well, we got a job to do. A lot of us are out there like, man, I hate that happened to you, and if I could. But we don't want to mess up the case, and we don't want to mess up our job. But and it's sad for the women that won't come forward because they can't, because they know nobody's going to believe me. Based on the women that come forward and just for the check or just to say it. It's sick. One, that it happens, but it's also sick again, the women that lie. But so the ones that can't, that actually want to come forward and can't or won't because they're like, shit, nobody gonna believe me, and they deal with that the rest of their lives.
Right.
And like you said, they can't even have a good relationship. And there's some great women out there that are just like, I can't have a relationship. I want to, but
and
it's
then
a lot to it, I'm sure.
And then you have this other side. The other side to it is where you have this whole case where they say, well, believe women, believe all women, believe all women. And you have these women that have actually made a whole thing of lying on dudes and have destroyed innocent dudes' lives.
Yep. And years down the road too.
They're dudes whose entire careers, lives, not just careers.
They gotta register.
Registered sex offenders.
Yeah.
Who are innocent.
He was 17 and she was 15, maybe. And just, I know we're getting a little touchy, but she was 7, he was 17, and she was 16.
Who's the guy who played with the Falcons? He was a linebacker, and he did time for the accusation. He was found guilty of it, but then it came out that he didn't do it.
Oh man!
And he spent some time in prison. I think it's Brian Banks or something like that. Anyway, actually made a movie out of his life, but he played with the Falcons for a little while.
Really?
Yeah.
And it was because, but it goes back to the celebrity worship. Bringing it back to what we were talking about is because they were clout chasing. Because and then when they realized that they couldn't get what they wanted, they had what's called buyer's remorse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And so they said, how can I get back at you? Oh, I know how I can get back at you.
Way.
I'm a cry wolf.
It's a whole, man. It's like I go back to the 17 and 15. It's like they're cool, and then the mom catches them or the dad catches them. And it's like,
Man.
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like, people don't want to talk about it. I'm glad we talk about it. And we should talk about it.
And it breaks my heart.
It is. It's horrible,
It's
man.
a heartbreaking
You're right.
thing.
It should be just as much ramification for those who lie.
Exactly.
You gotta make an example.
Because you do this one time, and somebody lied on me,
you?
ruined my life. One
It's
time
done.
I get to do this, you ruined it. And I have to actually be honest with the next girl and say, hey, I've been accused, blah, blah, blah. And is she going to believe that you didn't do it? And you just got to, the job, I have to tell the job. Are they going to believe that your life is... Whew.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it happens all
on
the
the
time.
other hand, the girl that did, it happened to, and she has to live with it. Like, I want to be with this dude. I like you so much, but I have to tell you something. This happened to me, and it's hard for me to be intimate. And
Yep.
Or, you know, you go
It's-
somewhere and you snap. She snaps. Like, oh my God, I saw something that reminded me. And now she's being looked at as crazy when she's not crazy. She's just traumatized,
She's
based on
traumatized.
something that happened to her that definitely she didn't deserve. And whew, it's a lot to it, man.
It's a lot, man. People are
Dude.
dealing with stuff, man.
Yes,
People are dealing with
Yes.
stuff, and it's tough out here, man.
it is. That's another show, man. I got a friend that wants to come on and talk about mental illness. I'm going to get her on here, you know, because we're talking now, because you got to think about, man, you think, what does it lead you to? Because you're like, at that point, I don't have anything to live for. Her feeling like I can't get over that trauma. I don't have anything to live for. She's out. Him, I can't get a job. I can't get a relationship. He's out. Or they just go out and do certain. I mean, you know, it's a lot to it, man.
lot
So
to it.
Become a passport, bro.
oh my God.
Hey, man.
Didn't see that one.
Oh, man. Hey, man. Your record don't follow you overseas.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Okay.
It's an avenue.
Hey, man.
We said we don't talk about it.
Hey. I'm just
So if
saying.
you're watching, I guess you could do what he said.
Hey, man. I'm just saying, man. I mean, at that point, man, just go for it, man. Go to the Philippines. Start over.
Dominica is where everybody
Whatever.
goes for that anyway.
Start over, man. Start over somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Go over there. Who's over there? There's
What you
somebody
gonna
go
do?
over there,
Over there
Russell?
and be a fisherman? What you go?
Hey, man, figure out something.
Somebody went to the Philippines. One of these celebrities.
A few of them probably.
What is it? Russell.
Hey, man.
Russell.
Stack your,
his
you know,
name?
Russell Will, not Russell Will, not Russell, the guy that started
Yeah,
Def
Def
Jam.
Jam.
No, he's over in he's not in the Philippines. He's over in what you call it, Indonesia. He's over in Bali.
Bali. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a great place too. I've been over there.
Is it?
Oh man, that's great. I love Bali. I'll go back.
Okay.
So
What do y'all think, though? I mean, and going back, we originally started talking about who's squeaky clean, and do you think that it is a thing of getting us?
Russell Wilson needs to. Not Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, you
No,
think
you
he'll
said-
go out?
But
think
no,
he'll
you,
go
but
out
no,
soon?
you said Russell
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons. He ain't squeaky clean. That's why he's in Bali.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
But
He
I like
escaped.
Russ. I like Russ, man. I
Passport,
like
bro.
the life he's living. He's over there. He's healthy. He's pushing health,
Yeah.
yoga, and he's pushing the vegan lifestyle, which I'm not gonna be vegan. But you know, he's doing his thing. You think he did?
Well, no.
See, that's the thing, man. And some of it, you look and say, do I judge it based on how I feel about the person? Like, did Bill do it or not? I like Bill so much, I'm like, I don't think he did it. Versus, did he? I'm like, well, you know.
Well, I just know they haven't presented any evidence.
Right. I'm with
That's
that.
all I'm saying.
And dudes do that every day anyway. The same thing that they say he did, he quaaludes. Dudes now, you take what? You take a bottle and some weed over a girl's house because you want to do what? You want to get her drunk. You want her to be high, so things may appear easier. And the females do the same thing.
So back then, they called it disco biscuits.
okay, never heard that one, but okay.
That's what they called Quaaludes back then.
Okay.
That's what they called it. And it was a normal thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
They called it disco, but they said, we're going to do disco biscuits. And the ladies, they did it voluntarily. That's what they would do.
for the feeling.
For the feeling. They would do,
Not
they
necessarily
would,
just
they would say, hey, we're going to do some disco biscuits. And it's like, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they got high and they did whatever because it was the 60s and 70s and it was free love.
Free.
And you mean to tell me that a black man, let's just be real, a black man in the 60s and 70s sexually assaulted
25.
white women
He did hang out at the Playboy Mansion.
and got away with it?
No, right, of course. And the owner of the Playboy Mansion did nothing. Right.
A black man
I'm with you.
In the
That's
60s
part. That's what I'm just saying.
in the 60s,
We don't get to go out squeaky clean. That's my point. We don't get to go out squeaky clean.
I'm just saying, and did not, come on, man.
We don't get to go out like that.
Get the.
And like I said,
outta here,
if you look at anything bad now, who's the face of it? And we didn't invent any of that. Dog fighting, quaaludes. What else is that we go down for that you look at and say, well, the face. When you think about that word, you think about R. Kelly. When you think about that word, you think about Diddy. When you think about that word, you think about Bill Cosby. That word, you think about Mike Vick. But nobody else, no other race. When you think about that word, do you say anything? I mean, except you think about islands now, you think about Epstein, but
Epstein, Weinstein.
yeah, the couch. Now you think about the couch, think about Weinstein, definitely. Think about the island, you think about Epstein, and they won't bring that anything about that up because there's so many powerful politicians.
When you think about the couch, you think about Vance, JD Vance and his couch.
What's that?
Oh, you haven't heard about the couch with Vance?
Got me, buddy.
Oh, JD
And
Vance.
we're not playing like you were playing earlier.
Oh, JD Vance.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, JD Vance has there's a whole couch scandal with him, man, doing a whole thing with
He brings up somebody on the right. Well, what about Kamala's running mate who wants to have tampons in the boys' bathroom?
Tampon.
We don't
Tim,
say
they
anything
call
about that. Tampon.
Oh, that's crazy.
So now when I think about tampons,
Oh, that's
I think
crazy.
about her running mate.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
what do you want them in a boys' restaurant?
Oh, I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
None.
That makes no sense. Hey man, I call it.
No, I'm with you.
I call balls and strikes, man. Yeah. Hey man, I call balls and strikes. I mean,
Yeah, but
that's crazy. Ain't no reason for having tampons in the boys' bathroom.
none. But the boys that want to be the girls that want to be boys will still have their periods. In that case, it makes sense.
Well, yeah.
I guess you're gonna allow them to go into the, and that's that whole thing too about with that change we were talking about. That guy, it's a guy recently who got upset that a gynecologist wouldn't see him. He transitioned to a woman, and he was mad because a gynecologist wouldn't see him. It's about like the Thabies thing. Thabies that.
Hey man, we're not bringing
I know
that.
you.
Hey man, I'm still.
Trigger him.
That's a sensitive. But a
Hey,
guy,
man.
it's like.
Hey,
they
man,
don't
hey, man,
realize. Okay,
you know,
I'm cool with that. But they don't realize the men that do the transition don't understand. You're still gonna have to have a prostate exam. You're still gonna have that when you get to pee. You know what I'm saying?
That
and
part.
the women,
That part.
you're gonna
Yep.
still have to go to a gynecologist. I don't give a damn what you do.
Reality goes
Yes.
snap you back at some point.
And I would hate to be that doctor. You imagine doctors now, 5 years from now, when it's just really prevalent, they're going to be in trouble if they don't sit up there and say, yes, ma'am, I will see you for your prostate. Or I have to, no, they're going to be like, I have to see you for that.
Right.
Because if you
this.
don't go, you know how many women are going to, no, not women, but how many they're going to be dying from prostate cancer, and how many them going to be dying from, what's women's cancer that's bad? Ovarian cancer.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But no, they'll snap back when reality hit them. They'll snap back. When
Because
that
it's gonna
pain
be
hit
like-
them, they'll snap back.
Oh, we're gonna be so far gone that they're gonna be like, you know
I
how
don't know.
confusing this is gonna be, man. It's
Hey,
already
man.
confusing.
Hey man.
One thing will snap you back to reality is life and death. Snap you right back. But yeah,
Oh,
I don't
man.
care, you know.
Oh my God, man, it's, whew, boy,
Man.
boy.
All right.
So much, man. We got to talk about shows coming up, y'all. We go. Who knows? It's just. We
All
gonna
right,
bring
y'all.
it to you best we can. Hopefully, we could add some humor to it, and hopefully, you all understand it. Give us feedback, I guess. 'Cause, whew, this stuff is getting confusing, and I guess that's what they want us. The agendas and the.
Stay strong, my brother. Stay strong. Stay strong.
My God,
Stay
but I guess
strong. Don't bend. Don't bend the knee.
don't.
Don't bend the knee.
Terrence, stay
Don't bend the knee,
strong.
No matter how much money they offer you.
Yeah, Bill, we miss you.
Terrence Howard is my hero.
Man,
new
for
hero.
now, we need one. Because what we're trying to do now, what I feel, and that's my new thing now, is fake heroes. We're trying to create fake heroes. You know, back then it was organic, man. You know, Malcolm, Martin, whoever came, it was organic. But now it's like we want to make heroes. And that's why that's why I go back to the Shador things. Like we want to make him a hero. Dude is not a hero. Dude
you're
didn't
right.
do anything heroic.
You're right. We got to manufacture some heroes because
Exactly.
the struggle's over.
I will say, I will say this before we sign off on it. Shador's looked real good on the film that they've been showing.
It's set up. It's set up to. Not saying that he's not good, but they're gonna make it look like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna make it look like that.
Yeah.
That was expected, and that's one thing I want to talk about too. One day is just the how we, like you just said, manufacture things. If they want it to look good, this is the agenda. Let's go ahead and hook that up. We're gonna make it look good. We'll have him out there with Tom Brady, and we'll have him out
I'm
there.
gonna say this too. New Orleans Saints. Y'all are some dumbasses for passing up on Shador.
Yeah, because they just lost their quarterback. He retired,
Right.
didn't he? Derek Carr.
Dumbasses.
All right.
All right.
He
We'll
get out
see.
there and, yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
we'll see. Time will tell.
Exactly.
Time will tell.
Because they ain't got no quarterback.
Okay, they'll have one or two. Somebody's team is
Time
not
will
going to keep
tell.
all the quarterbacks they get, and somebody's going to pop up. And let's hope it's Shador for just whatever's sake. Because the way they came at me about Shador was
I don't know,
shit
man.
I didn't even say and do.
No, I don't- I'm
Those
just-
idiots that came at
Oh,
me.
bro, that was
But
crazy.
anyway, yeah, let's hope. Well, I hope he does well.
I hope he does well.
You know
man.
what I'm saying? But
I mean,
if he doesn't, guess what everybody's gonna say? It's we're so predictable now. Well, it's probably because y'all put too much pressure on y'all. Put
Y'all.
too much pressure on.
It's going to be something.
Like he the only person didn't make it, and it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Images.
he's gonna be fine.
he's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, if he
either
never
way.
plays another down, he's rich.
No, I'm saying he's gonna be fine in the league.
Okay, and that's the hashtag.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fine. Everybody say, "Oh, he's gonna be fine."
Yeah.
If he's not, it's gonna have nothing to do with racism.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine in the
That's
league.
what they wanna say.
He's gonna be fine in the
It's
league.
gonna have nothing to
He
do
may
with
not be the
Tom Brady.
elite. He may not be the elite quarterback that everybody is expecting him to be, but he's gonna be an NFL worthy quarterback at the very least.
Okay,
At the very least,
we will see.
So
And for those idiots that came at me,
he'll
for
be
stuff
better
I
than
didn't
Tim
do,
Tebow.
I hope he does.
I hope so.
Ooh, I better-
Tim Tebow was a hell of a college quarterback, but bro,
Yeah. Just wasn't there.
Hey man,
But like I said, your folks gonna act
I
up if
hope
he
so.
doesn't make it. If Shador doesn't make it, see, all y'all were hoping he didn't make it. Let's predict it right now. We're gonna predict what everybody's gonna say. Our people are gonna come at our people. Oh, y'all hoped he didn't make it. Now look, he didn't. You happy? That's what they're gonna say. What else they gonna say?
he just didn't give get a chance. They
Fair
didn't give him
chance.
a
Yeah.
fair chance.
okay,
The NFL didn't.
Yeah.
Give him a fair
NFL had
chance.
because who he is, last
Right.
name. And
okay,
We're predicting it right now because we're very predictable.
okay. Or he just didn't like Cleveland.
That's what.
the what's the word I'm looking for? The victims, the professional victims, are gonna make all kind of excuses for it.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
some excuses.
All right, y'all.
I guess Kev got to walk out the next one. we gotta touch a nerve on Kev.
Listen,
Can't get out
y'all.
of here. I can't get out.
Right. Hey, Kev, falling over. Step on the
Go out
table.
like this.
Look, it's a strong table. Step on the table.
Listen, y'all. We are the cool ass dirty dudes.
Yes, we are. Why you got duct tape in here, man? Duct. Let's be politically correct. Duct, not duck. Let's talk about stuff black folks mess up. Catalytic converter. What do we call it?
Cadillac converter. Cadillac converter.
Duct tape. What do we call it?
Duct tape.
Cadillac. Ain't that Cadillac?